Okay, it's me again, another video, another day. This video basically is going to talk about the situation dealing with Kanye West when it comes to, he's a free thinker, wearing the Make America Great Again hat, and basically his rants and how he feel that, the bottom line of it, he feels that he's just following his gut. And he just following what his, I guess his impulses tell him to do. And the whole theme of it is Kanye West always been this way. When he made Jesus Walks, when he made Through the Wire, all of that, when you really look at his story, everyone always been telling Kanye in the music industry, when he was with Rockefeller, I believe, or when he was producing with Rockefeller. He wasn't in Rockefeller at the time. He was just, making beats or whatever and hanging with him. That they was always telling him, no, you can't do it because your style. No, you can't do it because who you are. No, you can't do it. No, you can't do it. And he basically changed the game from you got to be a thug to rap to, you can be in college and you can rap. And so I give him props when it comes to what he's done to the hip hop culture. I give him major props for that. I really, really do. But what Kanye West, I remember one time he made this song called Diamonds Are Forever. And in that song, he was talking about how, I don't know if this was before the movie Blood Diamonds came out, but in this song, he was basically talking about where diamonds come from. And it was creative because at the time, Rockefeller had the diamond symbol. And if I recall, he said he did research. He said, because he said he couldn't think of what to write about or what to rap about. And he did research on diamonds. And doing research on diamonds, he realized how, there's a lot of support, facts and evidence that diamonds come from the loss of lives from other people. People lose lives and limbs for diamonds, and there's a lot of slavery going on recovering diamonds in different parts of the world. And he did that song, and he got real creative with that knowledge. But now he's saying people need to stop strategizing and planning and plotting and just go by what they feel. And that's bravery. Now, the thing that I disagree with on what he's saying is, since we all are human and we all make mistakes, this is why human beings can't be free thinkers without supporting knowledge. At this point in time in Kanye's life, I feel that it's just one small thing missing with him. And that is, I don't know if he does it, but from the sounds of it, from what I'm hearing with the interview, I never sat and talked to the dude one-on-one, so, this is just my opinion. But from the sounds of it, somebody's calling my phone. That's what I'm looking at. From the sounds of it, it say it paused, but I guess it didn't. From the sounds of it with the interview, he doesn't read. He doesn't read books. He doesn't expand his knowledge. He just go by experience, personal experiences in life. And he trusts that. He trusts his own knowledge and what he goes through than a book that's already full of notes of experiences. And he doesn't compare and combine his experiences with somebody else's. Because when you do that, you start to understand a little bit more about what, Make America Great Again means, and how a lot of people feels that isn't a true statement, because for minorities, America was never great for them. So you got that, and then you also got the fact that, and I say this loosely because I seen a little bit, and then people keep telling me about it when it come to, he said, slavery was an option. Well, I mean, again, simple research will prove to you how slavery was not an option. It was forced. That's like saying, when someone get kidnapped and get taken on the other side of the world, and the guy that kidnaps you for, sex trafficking or whatever, that he basically tells you it's your fault that you got kidnapped. It's your fault that you're getting raped. It's your fault that dudes are taking advantage of you. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. But logically thinking, how is it your fault that you were taken? Should you been trained with weaponry to defend yourself? Should you be a killer? Should you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's so much, but just basic street common sense. When it comes to slavery, that was a forced scenario. That's just my opinion. But at the same time, there's facts throughout history that basically it basically proves that slavery was not optional. That was forced. Take Pac for example. Pac was also a quote unquote free thinker. But Pac admit when he messes up. He admit mistakes. Tupac admit mistakes. Take Eminem for example. Eminem is a free thinker. That's like one of the top artists that I listen to for multiple reasons. He admits in his music the mistakes that he makes, and he grows from that. Kanye doesn't seem like he could say a flaw of his, but nobody else can. If someone else says it, no, that wasn't a flaw. That was bravery. No, that wasn't a flaw. That was just, me going through some things. It was all supposed to happen. And now look what it made me become. It's beautiful. But when it comes to your peers, people that you work with, people who go through similar situations as you, their opinion has room to matter. And when you have a bunch of people saying the same thing, it's again common sense. Same thing with dealing within the streets. We got a bunch of people saying the same thing. 9 times out of 10, something needs to change. You can only go so far. And maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll look at it as, oh, dang, I didn't think about that. Because I'd seen an interview with T.I. basically explaining how, his one-on-one with Kanye, because they did a track, Ye versus the People, and T.I. was the people. And T.I. basically said, Kanye didn't even look at it like he was hurting people when he put on the hat, or he was hurting people with the words that he say, even though those are his personal opinions, because a lot of people look up to him. He changed the game a lot. But I mean, maybe that's the case. I never sat down and talked one-on-one. Normally, I would say in a situation like this, I wouldn't even give it attention, because everybody in the family, everyone has a family member that will talk a lot of crazy crap. And you'll just play along with it like, oh yeah, for real? Nah, you serious? Nah, man. Really? Wow, that's crazy. That's well, hey, tell your mama I say hey. Love you. God bless you, cousin. And I'm gonna see you next time, all right? You good? Nah, you good. Don't worry about it, cousin. No, you good, you good. We know when to take information in one ear to put it out in the other. And there's a lot of different scenarios in America, just America alone, that does that. Rather it's a white woman saying she wasn't born black, but she considers herself black, or someone who consider themselves a different gender. I mean, I look at it like this. Why do people want to force other people to be something that really, it doesn't matter. Like, if that's what you want to do, do it. If that's what you really want to do, then you fight for it. And it's the same thing with Kanye. All the stuff that he's saying, if he really, really means it, fight for it. But if he second guessing himself and stuff like that, then, dude, talk to your peers. Hear your peers out. Read some books. Get some knowledge down so you can compare and contrast your knowledge. Like me, I'm a father. I'm a husband. So I have a lot of management going on in my home. And when I was working, I was also assistant management. When I was in the church youth program, I was a head of the youth. I was management in the youth. I'm always in some form of management. But that does not mean that, oh, I'm the best at management. I still would like a management certificate from school just so I can compare and contrast what professionals defined as good management to what my experiences of good management is. Compare and contrast. That's how I grow. I can't follow my own understanding. I got to read and I got to get knowledge from somewhere, somehow. And basically a book is a collective of notes from someone who's been through it. A collective of notes. And when it comes to Kanye, I just feel that he just needs to, if he is, then okay, maybe it's something else. But my opinion is, I think that he just needs to read and do what he did when he made that song Diamonds Are Forever. And he talked about how, where diamonds came from. I mean, look up the song and listen to it, and also listen to how he came up with the idea of that song. He did research. Now I don't know if he's doing research. Now I think he's just saying, oh, my impulse tells me this, and so this is what it is for me, and I'm going to say it to the whole world. He has the freedom to do that, but everybody has the freedom to disagree. Everybody has the freedom to chime in on what the problem is with this scenario. One thing that T.I. said is, you can have an opinion, but where are you going with this? What direction are you taking? Where is it leading? What is the big picture of all that you're saying? It's just little small details, and you're claiming it's important. You're claiming it's a part of the universe, but where's the big picture? Where is it leading to? That's what leaders do. Leaders have a huge picture when it comes to these ideas and the things that they speak. All these opinions come with the conclusion of one huge picture. And I can't see his picture at all. But at the same time, I pray for him because he human, just like me, He human just like anybody else. He did things that everyone said he couldn't do. So I got to give him his props. I got to give him his props for what he did contribute when it comes to the culture. Just hip-hop culture. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm not talking about his personal life. Just hip-hop culture, period. And he has the right to, think how you want to think, say what you want to say. But at the same time, there's consequences with everything you do, whether it's good, bad, right, wrong, left, right. It don't matter. And I just feel that he just need to read. I feel he just really need to catch up on some knowledge and read. And he'll probably have a couple epiphanies. He probably just need a couple epiphanies in 1 month, and he'll probably be good. I believe that he can be good. I believe he can come back. And I say come back as the Kanye that we know and love. And when I say the Kanye we know and love, it's not the image that we know and love, but it was the authentic details of his lyrics when it comes to how he can relate to us as just middle class, low class. And that's basically what we're missing when it comes to Kanye. But again, all of this is just my opinion. I think he just needs to read some books, and he'll probably be good. Maybe. Because there's some people that just pick what they want from a book and say, ooh, I'm going to stick to this. But I have faith in Kanye that he's intelligent enough. He showed the world he's intelligent enough to read some books and take the entire book for consideration. Because if he wants people to take his free thinking for consideration, then that means he must do that for others as well. Take their free thinking their knowledge, their opinions for consideration. And maybe he can come around. But who knows? I'm being nice right now. I'm hoping that he get better because I wish best for everybody. And maybe he just need to read some books. Pac read books all the time, and that's why he always had something meaningful to say. But he also made mistakes, and he admitted those mistakes, and he actually learned from those mistakes. You know, some people just don't learn from their mistakes. I don't know. I got family members that they don't learn from their mistakes whatsoever. Me, I always learn from my mistakes. And this is how I have my confidence. This is how I have my growth. This is how I am me. And it seemed like I'm getting better every single day. I actually learn from my mistakes. Like, people, you really have to learn from your mistakes. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you're going to do the same thing over and over. And what do they call that? When you do the same thing over and over and you get the same results. Results that you don't want. That is called insanity. Again, reading is fundamental. Read the definition of words. Read books. Read articles. Read. Get more information. Don't just lean on your own understanding. I guess that's the message for this video. So, I will holler at you guys later. Shout out to my sister Nikki. Shout out to the wife Twilight. Love y'all to the fullest. Later.